Hello kids, the book we are going to read today is Different, Same, written by Heather Tekawick and illustrated by Pippa Karnick. We are all different as can be. Take a quick look, it's easy to see. The zebra says, I gallop. The bumblebee says, I fly. The ring-tailed lemur says, I leap. And the tiger says, I prowl. But look closer now. They have something similar. We all have stripes. The tiger says, I live in the jungle. The walrus says, I live in the Arctic. The wombat says, I live in the forest. And the dog says, I live in a house. But look closer now. We all have whiskers. The walrus says, I am blubbery. The elephant says, I am wrinkly. The warthog says, I am bristly. And the narwhal says, I am smooth. But look closer now. We all have tusks. They all have long, sharp, pointed tusks. The lion says, I stalk. The horse says, I race. The warthog says, I root. And the bison says, I roam. But look closer now. We all have manes. Manes are the hair around the face and the neck. The rhinoceros says, I am leathery. The rhinoceros beetle says, I am shiny. The bison says, I am shaggy. And the impala says, I am lean. But look closer now. We all have horns. The turtle says, I am a fast swimmer. The rhinoceros beetle says, I am strong for my size. The lobster says, I have big claws. And the clam says, I burrow in sand. But look closer now. We all have shells. The ant says, I tunnel underground. The grasshopper says, I hop through the meadows. The lobster says, I walk underwater. And the butterfly says, I flutter in the air. But look closer now. We all have antennae. The blue jay says, I am blue. The butterfly says, I am yellow. The bat says, I am black. And the flamingo says, I am pink. But look closer now. We all have wings. The bat says, I squeak. The cat says, I meow. The bear says, I growl. And the snake says, I hiss. But look closer now. We all have fangs. The chameleon says, I perch. The snake says, I slither. The tortoise says, I plod. And the salmon says, I swim. But look closer now. We all have scales. The hedgehog says, I curl into a ball. The pufferfish says, I puff up. The chameleon says, I change color. And the urchin says, I cling to rocks or reefs. But look closer now. We all have spikes. The dolphin says, I'm sleek. The pufferfish says, I'm spiky. The squid says, I have many arms. And the penguin says, I am black and white. But look closer now. We all have flippers or fins. The squid says, I swim backward. The jellyfish says, I drift. The snail says, I slide. And the star-nosed mole says, I dig. But look closer now. We all have tentacles. If you look close enough, it soon becomes clear we are not as different as we first appear. Now, if you look at these animals, can you find that how many of them have spots, have web feet, are furry, have beaks, have no legs? How many animals make good pets, live in the ocean, live in the forest, have 6 or more legs, might live in your backyard? You would not like to touch? If you know the answers, please put them in the comment section and let me know. And here is some more information about these animals. Why animals have the characteristics they do. Hope you enjoyed reading the book with me. Stay tuned for many more such interesting books. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share the video. Bye and thanks for watching.